what is up? What is happening? Welcome to another episode of Respect the Court. And, NBA Finals is still going on. And this series is shaping up just the way I thought it would. Back and forth, no easy gimmies. It really comes down to who really is going to control the pace and control the boards and limit the turnovers and take advantage of those turnovers. That's really what it'll come down to. And whoever is able to do that the best will come out on top. And I love it. I love it. And what I love most about this series, there's many things I love about this series. And it's funny to me because I was talking to a friend about this series before it began when Indiana finally won. I was like, bro, this is going to be crazy, man. It's going to be Indiana and OKC. And he was like, yuck, I don't want to see that. I was like, wait, hold up. Why would you not want to see that? These are two teams that have not been to the NBA Finals in decades. Young, up-and-coming talent that the league desperately needs to see more in the limelight. And you have the MVP of the league playing against one of the hottest stars in the playoffs this season. How is that not entertaining? How is that not going to be something you would want to watch? I mean, yeah, they're in a small market. I get it. Indiana is not a huge market, but Indiana is a huge basketball state. Huge. It's crazy. OKC, huge with basketball. They love basketball out there. So I don't understand how anyone can truly look at this series and just say, this ain't going to be interesting. This ain't going to be boring. I mean, this is going to be boring. Where's the star power? Man, it's going to be in OKC. It's going to be in Indiana. What? Are we serious right now? You know what's funny about that? They had the same sentiment back in 2000 and, oh my gosh, what was it? Oh, man, it's slipping my mind right now. But when Detroit played against the San Antonio Spurs, I remember someone else that I would talk to, and they were like, man, this is the most boring series I ever watched in the NBA Finals. I was like, wait, how is this boring? They're two solid teams. I mean, yeah, they weren't high-powered offensive teams, but they were solid basketball teams, high IQ. And again, yeah, there wasn't a star power. There wasn't like a drama, but it was good basketball. And sometimes I think some of y'all you be watching it just for drama's sake. Like this is a mini series or something. Like, it don't make any kind of sense to me. Like if you're a basketball fan, this is incredible. This is incredible. Matter of fact, someone shares my sentiments. I'm going to play a quick clip about that. I found her, and I was like, yes, someone finally gets it. Someone understands what I'm saying and why this is good for the NBA and why the NBA should not be so top-heavy with just only your major markets. You know what I mean? So this is Ashley Nicole Moss, analyst, but check out what she has to say.
Has been spoken about is really frustrating to me because I don't think a lot of people in the position to talk about basketball actually like basketball. And what I mean by that is that there's no way that you could see this matchup and say, this is not good for the NBA or this is not going to be good basketball. Because I remember not that long ago, everyone was complaining about the fact that it was the same teams, the same faces in the NBA Finals, in the conference finals. Everyone was frustrated with the super team era because it didn't allow other teams to be in the conversation. There wasn't enough diversity in the league, and it was too lopsided. It was too top-heavy. X, Y, and Z, there were all these justifications. Now, we have 7 different champions in 7 different seasons. We have the next generation now at the forefront. We have the league MVP in the NBA Finals. We have a Pacers team that nobody thought was going to get this far again. They ran through the Eastern Conference, got off of a blockbuster series against the New York Knicks, and now it's like, I don't like the cities that these guys play in. The fact that these series are boring. If you are a basketball fan, you like basketball.
So Ashley Nicole Moss, thank you so very much for that. Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. Like, we got to stop this. We got to stop this. And to those of you who would remember, I had an episode talking about, will this be the last time we see back-to-back champions. I think that was like episode 10 or 11, something like that. But anyway, go ahead and check that out. And I said to myself, all right, I don't think Boston will actually do it again, because not that they don't have the talent, not that they don't have the desire or drive. Well, actually, I don't think they really had the desire or drive this season. Towards the last 2 months of the season, you could tell like something was off. Anyhow, but I said this because I knew, one, the talent across the board is improving. Two, guys are going all over the place. They're switching teams left and right. No one's loyal to teams like they used to. Some are, but usually it's because they've already been there for 6, 7, 8, 9 years. And loyalty, look what happened with Luka this season. They traded their top franchise player for a 32-year-old injury-prone center that doesn't even want to play center. Talking about defense wins championships. Yeah, y'all couldn't even get out of the play-in. But we all know why. It's all right. There was injuries, there were issues. But you don't trade away your future. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. But just for the simple fact that you have movements, you have changes, you have talent all over the place, it's going to be harder and harder to see back-to-back champions. And I already said that seeing a three-peat, we're never going to see that again. Never going to see that again. That ended with Shaq and Kobe. That's done. We're not going to see that again. So we should be thrilled. We should be excited. We should be enamored with the fact that, yes, we have seen 7 different champions hoist the Larry O'Brien trophy in the last 7 seasons. Let's go back. The last back-to-back champion, Golden State Warriors, right? Who won after that? It was Toronto. Who won after Toronto? It was, it was the Lakers, right? In the bubble. It was the Lakers. They won that. Who won after the Lakers? It was Milwaukee. Who won after Milwaukee? That would be the Golden State Warriors. And then who won after them? That would be the Denver Nuggets for the 2022-2023 season. And then who won after them? That was the Boston Celtics from 2023-2024. And then you have, of course, whoever's going to win it this season between OKC and Indiana. So just looking at that, the past 7 seasons, including this one, we've had seven different teams go and win the championship. And that's what I was saying on my other episode, that it's a good chance that back-to-back championships might be done. And that's great for basketball. It's great for small markets. It's great for the medium markets. Like, now you feel like most teams now actually have somewhat of a chance of making it deep during the playoff season. This is good for the NBA. The NFL, it's rare for them to have back-to-backs. Rare for them to have back-to-backs. The fact that Kansas City made 3 was just insane. Well, they made it 3 times, but that doesn't happen because too many changes happen. Coaches get fired left and right. So for any basketball fan to not appreciate what's going on right now, it's just mind-boggling to me. You can't be a real basketball fan if you think like this is a boring series. Everything that you want is there. Intensity, defense, offensive flow, strategy, IQ. You got some youth. Like, it's all there. So I don't want to hear any of this about it being boring. I don't want to hear any of this about, it's a small market. Who cares? If it's good basketball, it's good basketball. And if the NBA is smart and promotes it the way they should, then maybe more stars would be willing to go to smaller markets. Sure, maybe there isn't as much money. Maybe there isn't as much draw. But the whole point is, if I am the right person, if I am the future, if I'm the franchise, if I'm able to do it, I should be able to turn this franchise around and do some big things. Right? Like, that's what Larry Bird did. Celtics were horrible the season before he got there. He got there, they ended up winning 60-plus games. When Michael Jordan arrived in Chicago, Chicago was a laughing stock of a franchise. When he came through, he completely turned that around. So much so, the man won 6 championships. 2 three-peats. But when it comes down to winning, when it comes down to championships, we know who's stepping up to the plate. We know this is not a boring series. Those who truly love basketball and understand basketball and know what's what. So come on now. Let's stop this. let's kill this narrative. All right. I'll catch y'all in the next episode. Peace.